guys, it's Brittany, and today's video, as you can see from the title, is all about imaginary friends. So I made a video about imaginary friends, summoning your imaginary friend, which I mean, it's pretty obvious you can summon your own imaginary friend because you're the only person who can see your imaginary friend. So if you want to see that video, I will link it down below. But I never had an imaginary friend, so I can't really relate. Well, okay, I'm gonna get into like a little story at the end of this video. You guys always want me to talk about really creepy stuff. I mean, of course, that's what my whole channel is. Today's video is Monday, right? I'm uploading this on Monday. So it was supposed to be a game, but I'm still kind of waiting for something to come in the mail, so gonna have to hold on that one. But this Wednesday will be, and Friday will be games, so I'm really excited, and they're kind of Brittyween vibes, so I know, like, there's Christmas in July, so why not Brittyween in August, you know? Like, I'm so impatient. I can't wait for Brittyween. So I have some stories that I found online of some really creepy, very short, gets right to the point stories of little kids and their imaginary friends. So I thought I would share them with you guys because they're actually super terrifying, and let me know if you can relate. So I was 17 and babysitting a friend of the family's 6-year-old. He'd been in bed a couple of hours and I just peeked in to check on him. He wasn't in the bed when I checked, so I opened the door wider. When I did this, I saw he was standing in the corner, facing the wall. Then the creepiest thing ever, I asked him what he was doing, and all he did was turn around, smile, and put his finger to his lips as if to say, shh. It sounds like Pretty Little Liars, I love it. I asked him again what he was doing, and all he says is, leave us. It is the punishment, while he's going like this. My son from the age of 3 always tells me about the creeper man who lives in my mom and dad's bedroom. He brings it up after he visits them. I made the mistake once of asking what he looks like. My son said, oh, he doesn't have a face. When my daughter was 3, she had an imaginary friend named Kelly who lived in her closet. Kelly sat in a little rocking chair while she slept, played with her, etc. Typical imaginary friend stuff. Anyway, fast forward 2 years later, the wife and I are watching the new Amityville, the one with Ryan Reynolds, and our daughter walks out right when the dead girl goes all black-eyed. Oh my god. Far from being disturbed, she said, that looks like Kelly. Kelly who? We said, you know, the dead girl that lived in my closet. If I had a child that was saying stuff like that to me, I would be terrified. Oh my dear Lord. My little brother's imaginary friend, Roger, lived under our coffee table. Roger had a wife and 9 kids. Roger and his family lived peacefully alongside us for 3 years. One day, my little brother announced that Roger wouldn't be around anymore since he shot and killed him and his whole family. I don't know if he remembers any of this, but his genuine lack of remorse was very disturbing. Oh my god, what was that reaction? That is... You know, and also too, like I said in my imaginary, like summoning your imaginary friend video, I totally believe that like 90% of the time, imaginary friends are actually ghosts. Because you know, it happens with children. Children can see more spirits, they experience a lot, you know what I mean? So I totally believe if I had a child and they were talking about an imaginary friend and describing them in detail and all this stuff, I mean, either your kid has a huge imagination or they are seeing somebody, you know? So it's so eerie, but I love stories like this. Oh, I just love it. My folks' farm surrounds a cemetery, and my dad and my niece were walking down there. My niece, who is 4 years old, looks up and says, "What's that boy doing up in that tree?" There was no boy, but she insisted there was and could describe him. So that right there, I totally believe that's something paranormal, you know? Oh, I just got chills. Oh, I love it though. I know it sounds so weird. I'm sorry guys, I'm just a weirdo and a psycho. When my son was 4 years old, he would always ask, "Who is that girl down the hall?" This creeped my wife and I out because there was never anyone down that hall. One day, after he asked this, I asked him what the girl looked like. Oh my god, I got chills. My son answered, "She looks flat." A few months go by and only a couple of times does my son ask me about the girl. My wife and I blew it off until one day, curious about the girl, I asked him whatever happened to the girl. He said, "She's Tony's sister." He says hi. My best friend when I was a kid was named Tony. I saw his little sister get run over by a car when I was about 6. Tony killed himself when he was 16. So there, I just got chills, oh my dear Lord. But wow. So that right there is definitely like she's seeing a ghost, because how would she know that? So those are some creepy imaginary friend stories that I thought I would share with you guys. I told you guys I never really had an imaginary friend when I was younger, which I wish I did, but I guess what I'm about to say, it's kind of funny because one of the stories is called Kelly. So there was this girl that I used to hang out with when I was really little. My dad used to work with her mom, and her mom actually is famous. I don't really want to say names or anything. I guess maybe, I guess I won't say any names. But she's famous like where I'm from, right? So, and she was like famous back then as well. So my dad actually worked with her, and my mom and her were friends. So like they were my parents and her parents, like they were just all like really good friends. So we would always go up to their cottage. Was it a cottage? Yeah, it was a cottage back in the day. And I used to play with her daughter and stuff. And I won't say her name either, but because her daughter, I'll get into that in a second. So yeah. And my brothers too, like we would all go as a family. We would like spend a weekend at their cottage or something, right? So their daughter, like we used to hang out and stuff. We weren't like the closest friends, and you know, as we grew up, we kind of drifted apart and we just didn't really keep in contact anymore. And we were really only friends because our parents were friends, and like my dad worked with her mom, so you know what I mean? And like they would always go to events, like my mom and dad would always go to events with her mom and dad and stuff because they had like the same work and everything. So I always hung out with their daughter, but there was a few times when she didn't want to play like Barbie dolls with me and she wanted to play video games with my brothers, and I was just like, ugh, I want to play Barbies. So I remember I used to get like really mad. So I started to develop my own friend, but like it was just because I was bored. So it's not like she was actually imaginary. Well, I guess like in my head, but like I knew, like, you know how kids have imaginary friends and they think it's real. I knew she wasn't real. She was my shadow. This is pretty sad. I was super little though, and I named her Kelly. So I used to play with my shadow named Kelly. So I guess like, you know, I just kind of made up a friend, but I knew she wasn't real. It was because I was bored and I was mad. So I used to play with my shadow outside named Kelly, and I'd be so mad because on cloudy days I wouldn't see Kelly. So on sunny days I would play with Kelly, and all we did was like run around the street. Yeah, but it's sad though because the daughter, like I said, I won't say her name, she actually passed away like 2 years ago. And I mean, like, we weren't the closest friends. Like, we were, you know, we got along when we were little and stuff, but then, you know, we just kind of grew apart and everything. And she's my age, so yeah, like, it was all over the news here. And oh my god, like, I remember seeing articles on Facebook about it, because like her family they're known around here. And yeah, the only people who knew about Kelly were my family. I don't think my brothers knew, but my parents knew, her parents knew, and she knew. Those are the only people who knew about Kelly, but they knew that like Kelly wasn't real. They knew that I knew Kelly wasn't real, or maybe they knew, or maybe they thought that I thought Kelly was real, or I don't know. But yeah, I don't know, I just thought I would share Kelly to you guys. She was just my shadow. That is like, I'm a weirdo. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure, you know what, I should start saying this now. I feel like a typical YouTuber. Make sure you have your notifications on. I mean, I don't know. I don't really say stuff like that. I don't know, but maybe I should, because I feel like a lot of people just don't see my videos, or people be like, I was unsubscribed from you. Like, I've heard about that, like the glitches and everything. So yeah, I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and turn on your notifications, like that bell thing, so you'll be notified every time I upload. Subscribe if you're new. Wow, I have not seen, I can't even speak. I have not told anyone to subscribe to my channel in years. that feels weird. But yeah, subscribe if you're new. I mean, like, hello, it's Halloween all the time on my channel. But yeah, so yeah, subscribe. Follow me on all my social medias. Oh my god, I'm such a YouTuber. But you know, like, you don't have to follow me, but if you want to, at Brittany44. Instagram is my favorite, by the way. But yeah, I'll go now. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, you rock my world, and the song lyrics Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, I'm wearing my Michael Jackson shirt today. Oh my god, I'm obsessed, you guys. Hashtag team Brittany44, hashtag Marillarins, hey. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.